And welcome to Let Them Talk. I'm Paul DiRienzo. We have a great show in store. I have Benjamin, who's Eric Garner's cousin, and we'll be watching the video later. Of course, we know who Eric Garner was. He was killed at the hands of a policeman in Staten Island, alleged to be selling Lucy cigarettes, which of course was never proven and never shown. And tomorrow there's going to be a protest calling for federal intervention in the case because the officers were acquitted at trial. And that'll be at the Brooklyn Federal Courthouse in Cameron Plaza. We'll be talking more about that. But thank you very much, Benjamin, for joining us on Let Them Talk. Great to have you here. Okay, and unfortunately under such sad circumstances.
Yeah.
Right.
But I'd like to correct one thing. The officers in question was never prosecuted. Mm-hmm. See, what it was is that D.A. Donovan went to the grand jury, and I guess he tainted the jury with, evidence that wasn't there. And this. Because I can't see, when you see all the evidence that's supporting this whole thing, why these officers wasn't indicted. The only thing I can think of is that he charged them with first-degree murder. And you charge a jury with first-degree murder, you can have a dozen videos and a whole lot of eyewitness testimony. You can't tell a person's intent from that. You have to have more.
By overcharging, he ensured.
Exactly. Ensured there was a no true bill.
Right, okay.
And the thing I didn't like was the fact that they wouldn't allow us to see the grand jury minutes. They wouldn't release the grand jury minutes.
Is that still a situation right now?
Yes, it's still a situation right now.
Are you demanding, have you demanded the release of that?
Yes, we have.
And they're fighting it in court?
They're still fighting it. And so now what we're going to do is we're going to ask the feds, what are you going to do? Because the feds said they was doing their investigation. They basically told the police department to hold off, don't do anything else until they finish their investigation. Mm-hmm. So
there was at least one officer who was departmentally charged and lost her badge.
Yeah, and that was the sergeant that was on the scene who could have controlled the whole situation, but she failed to do so, and so they in the department penalized her, but didn't do nothing to the officers who actually did the murder. I don't understand that. That doesn't make sense to me.
And I know that I was just reading in the paper today there was a settlement with the hospital, and there was the whole situation with the paramedics when they arrived on the scene.
Exactly. Now,
what happened with that? What is it?
For the knowledge that I have is that they were suspended for like a couple of weeks, and then they was allowed to return back to their duties. For the life of me, I can't figure out how was they allowed to come back to their duties, because you're an EMS worker. In a situation like that, you have more authority than the police officers. On any situation where the paramedics respond to a scene and there's someone incapacitated, the police can't stop you from doing your job. Your job, your authority supersedes theirs in that respect. Mm-hmm. But they did nothing. Even after the police did what they did, there was time for them to revive him. He did not have to be dead right now, even after the police did what they did. So if they would have actually tried to revive him, he could have been alive today.
And we don't know why they didn't.
Exactly.
I mean, the police officers had stepped back. He was unconscious, and the paramedics were there, and they did nothing.
They did nothing.
And they have not spoken to that or given their excuse for that.
Nothing.
Right.
We get no words on any of that.
And my understanding from the newspaper article today, it was a technicality because they were not specifically responsible for the care or something like that.
I don't see how they're not.
I know.
You're an EMS worker. You take an oath to help people in need, in medical need. No matter where you see them at, you're always on duty.
Sure.
And so when you respond to a scene and you're on duty, even more so it's incumbent upon you to do your job. Mm-hmm. And because they did nothing, they should have more than a suspension.
Does this have a lot to do with the situation? As Jewel was on the show talking about the situation in Staten Island, where Staten Island is run like a private, I hate to use the word plantation aside from the rest of New York City, and where it's under the control of a different political party and a different political group that really doesn't take orders from the mayor.
I'm just learning this. I'm from Harlem.
Yeah.
And I was born and raised in Harlem, and I go out to Staten Island to visit my family.
Sure.
But from the time since this has happened, and noticing from times when I have visited and seen how things run in Staten Island, they call it the forgotten borough because they want people to forget that they're part of New York City. Mm-hmm. They want to be on the side so they can do what they do over there. But I noticed that when you go on the other side of that boat ride, when you get on that other side, it's a whole different criteria. The police even act different. Now, I've gotten to know quite a few officers since this incident have Transpired. So we're not saying all officers is bad. They're not.
Right.
Because there's quite a few good officers over there. And in fact.
But do you find it hard to to respect a police officer, a man in
Very
uniform?
hard.
It's hard, right?
It's
Is it hard to
very
even
hard.
look at him in a straight face? I mean, I'm
Yeah.
sorry, guys, but it's really. I know
but
you have the power, you have the gun, and all this, but like without the citizens having any respect for you,
I mean,
it's pretty useless.
It's a whole lot of factors that's involved. It's just in my opinion of how to correct that. But let me say this first. My family's in law enforcement. I have my uncle. He had just retired. He worked in the same precinct that Pantaleo and his crew worked in. My cousin Steve worked in that same precinct. And they both had just retired. Neither one of them knew him, and they worked in the same precinct.
Pantaleo.
Yeah.
They had no idea who he was.
Never knew him. And so that's to tell you how many cops are in that particular precinct and different shifts. And so they didn't have no interaction. So they never knew him until after this incident took place.
Right. And what was why did they target your cousin? I mean, your cousin was obviously targeted. They were out there looking for him.
Now that's another thing. Because he was gone. He was in Baltimore on a family reunion. He just came back. He ain't been in New York more than 35 minutes before they killed him. He was just coming back from a family reunion.
So
now,
it was
my family is pretty large, so we spread out in all the states.
Yeah.
So it's hard for us to do family reunion get-togethers to get everybody.
Is that because it's such a large? The Garner family is so large.
It's just more than Garner. See, we have a lot of last names, but we're all under the same umbrella.
Right.
And with a lot of marriages and kids growing.
Sure.
Our family is big. It's more than 10,000 people in our family.
That's a big base of support for Eric, and might explain why there was such an outpouring. Right, he wasn't alone when he was out there.
Yeah, and when he came home, he didn't even have any cigarettes on him at the time. When they accosted him, he didn't have no cigarettes on him.
I didn't see any on him.
Right. They even tried to search his pockets to try to find some. They did, and they said we had that on video. They look in his pockets, he had no cigarettes. So for the justification to say, because you've arrested him for selling cigarettes before, maybe he had sold cigarettes before.
Right.
But that particular day, he was not selling anything. He just got there. Two of his friends that he knew on the block was fighting amongst themselves. He broke them up and got them off the block. He did their job for them. Mm-hmm. By the time they respond to the scene, there was nothing. Mm-hmm. He's just sitting over there talking to his close friend, Ramsey Order. And
who filmed the whole thing.
Filmed the whole thing.
And who himself now is facing every time he turns around, it's another charge.
They just keep persecuting this young man only because he took that video. Otherwise, they wouldn't have been bothering him that hard. But they going hard because they're trying to make it seem, they're trying to discredit him to discredit the video. But come on, how you going to discredit when people see with their own eyes?
I know, right. I know.
So,
doesn't matter who took the picture, It's the picture, right?
The picture speaks loud.
Right. You took a picture of me murdering this person and you're a bad person, and somehow that diminishes the picture.
Right. No, you still did what you did. And you're still wrong.
So tomorrow it's 9 o'clock in the morning.
9 o'clock in the morning.
On Cadman Plaza in Brooklyn, the federal courthouse.
The federal court building.
You can get off at the A train goes right there.
Yeah.
I think what street? I think the A train Cadman or Hoyt or something like that.
I think it's Hoyt, but I'm not 100% certain. But I mean,
it's right down there by the bridge.
271 Cadman Plaza. All you gotta do is put it in your phone, Google it, get there. I mean, we need your support because at the end of the day, it's our voices that they want to hear. The more of us that are there, the louder our voice is, so they can know that we are not going to rain, snow, sleet, shine. We're going to be out there protesting because we want justice. And at the end of the day, they haven't given us that. They haven't given us not one iota of justice. Not even when it came to the EMS workers, not even when it came to the police involved. And somebody needs to put a special investigation into the district attorney's office because they dropped the ball on that. Clearly, they dropped the ball on that. Mm-hmm. I'm like, if it was anybody else that wasn't in law enforcement, they'd be locked up now. And they would have a whole lifetime full of time on just what they seen on the video. Never mind what the EM report was or any of the eyewitnesses say. Just on what they seen in the video, if it wasn't a police officer who did it, they would already be upstate doing time.
Let's. We have a copy of the video. It's a very disturbing video, so I warn people it is disturbing. But if you decide to turn away from it, please come back. But I hope you don't turn away from it, because I think everybody in New York, everybody in America, around the world should see this video and really understand what happened here, and put themselves or their own loved ones in this situation and think how they would feel about the authority and about law enforcement doing this kind of thing, and wonder what country are they in, you know, and are they free in America or not. So let's watch that video. We're going to watch a few minutes of it. I know it's disturbing, but it's worth watching again. So let's go to the video.
I got you. Don't worry, because he was just sitting here. I just came here. He was just sitting here.
Mind my business. I'm fight breaker. I stop. You don't say you can put it up on me.
That's all right.
The people that's fighting just don't walk away. Are you serious?
What's your name? What? Yeah, say it again.
Yo, all this harassment will have to stop, yo. I'm sitting down here minding my business. You put it up on me?
Take a ride down the block?
I live here.
All right. Where do you live?
Right here.
All right. So go in your building.
I'm not serious. I can't
Go in my building? What?
You can't stand here.
I can't stand in front of my house.
Not right now. Investigating something over here.
I got nothing. I'm staying right here in my house. I live here. All right.
I'll call right now. I have a copy of my family. So you don't have to worry about it.
I didn't do nothing. What did I do? What am I ID on me? Take you back for what? I didn't sell anything. I did nothing. We sitting here the whole time, running our business. What are you talking about? You watched me do what? Who did I sell cigarette to? To whom?
Not that rich. There's another guy.
That's who had the fight. That's who had the fight. Yo, boss, that's who had the fight.
And a gray shirt.
I live right here. I live right here.
All right, then do me a favor. Get on the bike.
I'm not riding no bike. I live right here. You can't tell me I can't stand here.
I can tell you, not stand within 10 feet.
I live here. This is my house. Y'all do what y'all gotta do. Don't worry about me.
Easy way or hard way for what? Every time you see me, you want to mess with me. I'm tired of it. It stops today.
This guy right here is forcibly trying to lock somebody up for breaking up a fight.
Everybody standing here, they told you I didn't do nothing. I did not sell nothing. Because every time you see me, you want to harass me, you want to stop me, trying to sell a cigarette. I'm minding my business, officer. I'm minding my business. Please just leave me alone. I told you the last time, please just leave me alone. I did not do anything. If I was selling cigarettes, I would be sitting right here.
You would because you've done it.
No, I have not. No, I have not. Every time I turn around, you grab me. You say I have cigarette, oh, I saw you sell a cigarette. To who? Which way doesn't matter because you said I did it, I did it? No, I didn't. No bag, I don't got no bag. Because right now I'm pissed the fuck off. Because I'm sitting here minding my business, you over here trying to grab me. Yo, come on, yo. Yo, no, 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 I didn't do nothing. I did nothing. I did nothing, yo. I did nothing. I did nothing, yo. For what? I'm going for what? What did I do? I didn't do nothing. Who the person I sold it to? Every time I turn around, you say I sold the ticket to somebody. Who? Me and my man here waiting for some girls, we ready to leave, and that's it. They do nothing. People out here fighting, you grabbing me for what? You did nothing. What? What did I do? I did not sell no cigarettes. To who? To who? To who?
I heard she punched some girl in the mouth.
The girl that you said was dealing with crack?
I got witnesses right here. They got
Fake.
everything. I did nothing.
Get the
I'm
fuck
standing
out
here
of
minding
here.
my business.
She was here all
She just
morning.
picked up
I did nothing. I got proof right here.
She just picked up
I got proof. I did nothing.
brass bags.
Please, don't touch me. Don't touch me.
Hold on, hold on.
Don't touch me, please.
The girl came over,
Do not touch me.
gave us a bag of baby shit.
Give us your hands, buddy.
Put your hand behind your back. I can't breathe. 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 I can't breathe.
Once again, police beating up on people.
Back up.
Right here.
Back up, then get on that steps.
Okay.
Back up.
He ain't do shit. He ain't do nothing. He ain't do nothing but sit here. These niggas hopped out talking about he did something. That's mine. It's alright, because I already got a lawsuit with these niggas. It's gonna keep piling up. That's all he did was break up a fight. I want to lock him up. For nothing. All he did was break up a fight. And this is what happens for breaking up a fight. This shit is crazy.
Everybody back up, back up.
I live right here.
Back up.
Don't touch me, please.
On the way.
All right, don't touch me. I ain't touch you. Don't touch me.
You video all you want from over there.
All right, I'm right here on my stoop. I ain't doing nothing. All he did was break up a fight.
Try to break up a fight.
All he did was break up a fight. That's all he did.
And we're gonna bring it to the courthouse.
Yeah,
motherfuckers.
I already got a lawsuit with them.
Good.
Now this is just gonna keep piling up.
Yup. I got it recorded too.
Cause all he did was break up the fight. That's all he did.
Yup. They have nothing better to do.
They don't run down on the niggas that was fighting. They
Hell
rather
no.
get the nigga that broke it up.
Something's wrong with him.
He can't breathe. Look, now, man, they gave this man a seizure.
Yo, move out the way. Yo.
It's my brother. We live
You know
here.
what? Back up this way. Everybody now back up. It's now going to become a crime scene. Back it up. Back it up. Come
I'm
on.
going to my house.
No. This way. Let's go.
Can't go in my
In the
house?
house or that way?
All right, I go that way.
Pick a choice.
Let me get my
Let's
bike.
Go. You had your chance to get your bike, sir. Staying over there. Right now we have a scene going on.
Can you stop touching me, please?
Back up, sir.
I'm not
Back up,
touching
sir.
you. Don't touch
You're
me.
just mad because we're recording.
Why you
it.
touching me?
You're just mad because we're recording.
That's harassment.
Yup, just mad 'cause
You just
we're
physically
recording it.
touched me. This dude right here put his hands on me.
You're just mad.
They just mad because
No,
niggas
no,
ain't
no,
doing
let it
it.
play out.
Leave it.
Let it
No,
play
no,
out.
leave it.
Let
Okay,
it
leave it.
play
Go.
out.
Go. Let it play. Go.
They ain't got nothing else better to do. Fucking harass people. This shit is ridiculous. Every other day.
That's the same fucking thing that they just fucking harassed. They sat in that car, and the people that was fighting, they let walk away. As soon as they got out the car, they went his pocket. They ain't say you wanted to arrest him, they went straight to his pocket. They choked him out.
What's good, man? Chilling? Look, they mad. 'Cause they ain't got nothing. They fucking up my video.
Like, seems like, can we go with this boy? Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, they beat up Eric. Nigga, they was just fighting out here. Nigga just got up, broke up the fight, and they hopped out on him.
So anybody can fight on the street, right?
Nah, he breaking up the fight. It was two other people fighting. He got up, he was...
People in the fight?
Nah, he was sitting down. The folk broke out next to him, so he jumped up and broke it up. The one in the green and the gray just hopped out the car and started tackling him for no reason. The two people that was fighting ran off. I was here standing the whole shit. All right, no problem. They just beat up my man's last week.
We just recorded for safety purposes, that's it.
Because he broke up a fight. You serious? Everybody was here to see the shit.
That's my problem.
John, clear the sidewalk.
Oh, they got it.
Move!
Don't lie now. Don't lie now. I was here watching the whole shit.
You can watch everything. You know everything.
That niggas jumped out at him for breaking up a fight. Fuck out of here. Yeah, niggas choked him and shit because nigga broke up a fight. Talking about he's selling shit. Nigga didn't sell nothing. Nigga got up, broke up with the fight, and these niggas hopped out. Fuck out of here. The same niggas that just beat the other nigga up the other day. Yeah, that's all they do. What's good, brother?
Regular shit.
Same old shit. Nigga started choking him in the headlock. What kind of restraint is that? You choke him in the headlock, my nigga, and then bang his head on the floor. I got the whole shit.
Okay. Wow. I mean, it's shocking to me to watch that, and I'm sorry to put, because that's your cousin there. We're not just doing this.
It's so amazing that nobody did anything. They just didn't stop him. They didn't stop them. I don't understand that. He did. Oh man. This is the reason why we need people's voices tomorrow at the courthouse. We need them there because they're not hearing us. As a family, we marched on Washington with Al Sharpton and a whole lot of people. It was like 15,000 people out there. Yet this officer was able to not get indicted. How? I just can't figure this out. And like in the beginning, when he clearly was talking clear. Listen, I ain't did nothing. And he's standing there. I mean, there was no ruckus going on when those officers arrived on the scene for them to go to that extreme. They went to the extreme to take him down. Why? Why? I mean, and then there's no accountability for that. I don't know why it's taking the feds so long to investigate that. The video itself speaks for itself. You look at that video, it brings tears to my eyes, to my family. But everybody I know who knows that that's my family, they come to me and they express their condolences and they tell me that they're sorry that this happened. But at the end of the day, it could be me. It could be my sons. It could be my friend down the block, him or his sons. And not for nothing, they're killing women too. And I'm like, it doesn't matter. I mean, from Anthony Bias, Eleanor Bumpers, all the way up to my cousin Eric, Tamir Rice, Sandra Bland, Akai Gurley. You know, it's just so much police brutality across this nation that somebody has to say, yo, hold on, y'all are wrong, y'all are out of control. The United States Police Force is a terrorist organization in itself because they strike fear in the people who they're supposed to be protecting. I'm afraid to call the cops. If I'm getting in something, if somebody's trying to attack me, I'm going to defend myself and I'm going to try to get away from the scene. I am not calling the cops because they might kill me, thinking that I'm the one that's doing it to him, whoever it may be.
Mm-hmm. Tomorrow, the rally to try and force or pressure or get or convince, I don't know what you want to call it, the federal prosecutors in Brooklyn to press federal civil rights charges against the officers involved who walked, who in their own world, in their own community, were allowed to walk for what they did and what we just saw happen in Staten Island. We want them, or the protesters want them to face some
kind of accountability. Some kind of accountability. I mean, either charge them, get them off the force at the very least. Get them off the force. We don't need officers like that. We need officers that will serve and protect. It says it on the professionalism, serve and protect. They're not protecting anybody. They're killing people. They're terrorizing. Mm-hmm. We don't need officers like that on the force. And not for nothing, my son just became a police officer. He just got out of the academy in November.
So there's police officers in your
In
family,
my
your
family,
own
it's law
son.
enforcement is in my family. So for this to happen to someone in my family, it's really outrageous.
Is there any police solidarity for your family? I mean,
you know
and
what?
I'm sorry, did the PBA come out and say this happened to the family of numerous police officers?
Yo, that guy Lynch, Patrick Lynch. Oh,
He
man.
never mentioned that in any of the statements that it was.
All he had was negative statements to say towards the incident, and he's never expressed any remorse or condolences to our family that I know of.
How about the mayor?
Nah, he never spoke to me. I don't know if he spoke to my aunt. My aunt Gwen, Eric's mother, I don't know if he spoke to her, but I seriously doubt it. Because, I mean, she would have mentioned it, that she had a meeting
I
with
never
him.
saw any mention in a newspaper or anything like
And
that.
nothing like that.
Right.
The mayor and, the officer, chief of police, Delatorre on Staten Island, he has been forthright. He's been very, He's been with the family. He's been trying to work with us through this, and he's been very, very compassionate. That's the word I was looking for. Compassionate about the whole situation. I mean, at the end of the day, he's the chief of police over there. He has to protect his own, but he sees that it's a tragedy. He knows it was wrong, and he not saying it in those words, but his expressions of remorse or for the situation shows that he knows and that he wished it wasn't our family that this had to go through. But at the end of the day, it's not to say that he doesn't wish that it happened to anybody's family. He should wish that. But I would think that he does because of the way he handles situations. So whenever there was a situation where we had a rally or get together in the name of my cousin, he was on the scene. He had the public affairs officers there. And they were very good officers that I think he handpicked them for that reason. He knew who he was putting
Why'd you
out
say
there.
too little, too late?
Yeah. I mean, but you gotta be thankful for small wonders, right?
I guess so. Okay,
So-
we have a minute to go, and I just wanted to make sure people know it's tomorrow, 9 a.m.
271 Cadman Plaza, 9 a.m. We want to hear what the feds got to say. We want to put the pressure on the feds to get off the dime and do something about this situation. Because we can't keep having people getting killed in the street by our own protection. The police officers, I don't see them as our protection. But the feds are supposed to supersede them. That's what we're trying to get them to do. So please come out and support it. Give us your voice. We need your body and we need your voice so we can protest loud enough for them to hear us in that building, in that court building at 9 a.m. 271 Cadman Plaza tomorrow.
Well, Benjamin, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you for
on
having
Let Them
me.
Talk, and we'll have you again. We can discuss and keep following this case. We're not going to
Yes.
let it just go by the
Oh,
wayside.
we're going to keep protesting until we see some sign of justice. So if they think we're going to go away, they can think again because it's not going to happen. Because until there's something happens in favor of justice. Because, I mean, at the end of the day, what we're looking for this officer to get locked up because he deserves to go to jail. But at the very least, he needs to get off the police force. How is he earning a paycheck all this time while my cousin is dead and his family is struggling?
Thank you very much.